Just blocks from the Capitol building, we welcome you to Nationals Park. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the Minnesota Twins and the Washington Nationals. Two of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. Gio Gonzalez is on the mound for game 2. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, you see the ERA there. Not anything that's going to jump out, but he has been dependable and gives his ball club a chance to win.
Danny Santana heads for the box, ready to lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for Minnesota, center fielder, number 39.
Underway at the ballpark this afternoon as the first pitch is in there for strike one. EK, these Nationals, as they take the field here today, they come into this one in decent form, as despite the loss last time out, they've won 6 of their last 9.
I just think they were sort of flat in the opener. They didn't play with a whole lot of inspiration, and that was reflected in the final score.
Fastball, strike 3 called, and he's caught looking to begin the afternoon. And now here's a look at the Minnesota Twins starting lineup. Steve, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Well, hopefully with the wind blowing out, you're not going to see too many guys in that lineup with their eyes too big thinking, oh my gosh, I'm just going to hit it out there into that wind. Stay focused, but if you get something up in the zone, drill it.
Joe Mauer will get his first opportunity here, and he enters play 3rd in the American League batting race.
Yeah, and he leads his ball club in hitting, so he's a guy that they really look to offensively.
Flipped out the other way towards short, but right at the shortstop for the second out. With a moment now, let's take a look at how the Nats will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, we get to watch one of the best all-around players in the game in Bryce Harper. What he does defensively, he's got great speed, got an absolute cannon for an arm, and he's very aggressive, has not met a wall that he doesn't want to run through.
Gonzalez gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Jansen's known for being a bit of a pitcher's umpire. Not that he has a huge zone or anything, but I think he tends to reward guys for placing pitches in good locations.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. That misses. 1-2. And he chased it in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Down go the Twins in order. And now the Nationals get their first opportunity. No score. Irvin Santana will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, Matty, you take a look at that whip, less than 1. What that means, he's allowing less than 1 base runner per inning. Outstanding.
Ben Revere comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for Washington, center fielder, Ben Revere.
Down the third baseline. Oh, and this goes right past him. The throw into second. The tag, and he's out at second base. He probably should have stayed right where he was. Time now from our nation's capital to take a look at the Nats starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Well, I'm definitely excited to see the werewolf, Jason Worth, take the field. He's been a really tough out this year, bringing an on-base percentage over 400 into the game, so I have a feeling he could be a key player in this one when it's all said and done.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball one. Eric, these Twins as they take the field here this afternoon. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
And you've got a couple of clubs here that are each in first place in their divisions coming in. So you start to wonder, maybe this could even possibly be a World Series preview. But granted, it may be a bit premature, but each of these teams is at least in the conversation.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Oh, and that's a good sign right there. They're really hoping to get him going out of that 2 spot. And he comes through big time right here with a first-inning single.
Bryce Harper takes his first shot here with the runner at first now and 1 away. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Rosario is there. And he makes the catch for the second out. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Twins stack up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, their starter has a ton of strikeouts, among the league leaders. That sometimes leads to some complacency out in the field. They're going to have to stay on their toes, be ready, because they will be involved.
Ryan Zimmerman will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
You know, guys, we all know that those kind of games are going to happen in this sport. It's a tough game out there, no matter who you are. But the good ones are able to put that day behind you and go out and focus on the next game.
And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Jason Worth will stride in now as he'll enter play as the second leading hitter in the entire National League.
And we know he's been in this league for a while now, and it's the wily veteran still having a great year.
The fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in. So you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
The 1-0 pitch on the way. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw on to first is going to get him, and the Nationals blow an opportunity here, and that ends the inning. Nats leave a pair after 1, no score. Brian Dozier will stride in now. 2 hits for him, including a home run in last night's contest.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
And we're going to see a lot more of this because this is a guy who's let it be known that he will work inside. He'll even back you off the plate if he has to.
Hard liner toward short. Espinosa down on the ground. It's there. He got him.
Wow. Made it look easy.
Once this gets past the pitcher, I figured it was a sure base hit, but the shortstop comes out of nowhere to dive for this thing and then throw a bullet over to first for the out.
Eddie Rosario will stand in for the first time now. Currently 7th in the American League in hitting.
And he's in the top 5 in runs scored, too, so he's a big part of this offense.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
And he's probably not going to throw too many first-pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
And you know what? That's not a big breaking ball coming up high and tight. That's going to get your attention a little.
Got him.
Well, tough to start a game much better than this. He's run through these first 5 guys pretty easily. This is already his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. Looks like he's in it for the long haul here.
Eduardo Nunez will stand in. He, too, had 3 hits in the win last night.
Well, you look at the average on the season, guys, and he's not sneaking up on anybody. Pretty amazing numbers for him right there. So yesterday's performance, obviously no fluke.
In the air now, out to right field. Harper is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Twins are set down 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Anthony Rendon will stand in for the first time now, and he's got that average up over the 300 mark to begin play.
And you know what, guys? He's got the 3rd best batting average on the club.
Check to swing there and pops this one up. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Santana's ready, coming at him with the 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Hit hard down the line. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
And after giving up 3 hits in the first inning, he turns right around and coughs up another here to start the 2nd. This is not a winning formula, so I think he would dearly love a double play ball here.
Danny Espinosa will stand in here, and like so many others, hitless in the shutout last night.
Well, that was a rough one yesterday, but he's still hitting over 300 in his last 10 games.
Here's a good fastball that time as Santana jumps ahead, 0-1.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out, runner on first. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Right over the top here with the 4-seam fastball. Good drive through the release. Just threw it right by him at the letters.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. He'll enter play with that batting average still shy of the 220 mark. 1 home run and 7 driven in. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
And there you go. You've got the pitcher on deck, and this is where you need to be working the count a little bit. But instead, he's chased 2 pitches out of the strike zone.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Well, so much for being thrown out of rhythm by that leadoff single. Doesn't seem to have affected him one bit. Come back with the 2 straight strikeouts, and now he's turned things around in this inning.
Now to the plate, Gio Gonzalez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. A pause and the 0-2. Right side. Mauer's there. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 left for Washington. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. A look there at the Washington Monument, not far from Nationals Park, on a great day for baseball in D.C. Miguel Sano will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the 3rd inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Swing, line drive. That's going to be troubled. Sano will head for second. And he will slide in there safely with a leadoff double.
Well, he smokes this ball right here. This is a fastball, and he's right on it. Drives it right into the left center field gap, and he's going to wind up on second with a leadoff double.
Kurt Suzuki will stand in now with a good chance to break the seal here following the leadoff double.
Well, it's a good RBI opportunity, but you've got to remember your first job, which is to at least get that guy over to third base.
Gonzalez comes set. Here's the first pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
The 0-1 pitch. Line drive to left. In to cut it off is Worth. It's a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's 1st and 3rd now with nobody out.
A perfect start to the inning here in a tie ball game. You get that leadoff double, and he's moved over to 3rd on the base hit. So now, heck, even a double play ball will get you the lead, though I bet they'll be looking for a lot more than that.
Stepping in now, Irvin Santana, as he'll go after the first pitch and send a ground ball down to 3rd. On to 1st, and it's a double play, though that first run of the ball game is across to score.
Well, I think it's always disappointing when you have a 1st and 3rd situation and hit into a double play, but at least you do get that first run on the board, so they get their starter the early lead.
Standing in now, Danny Santana, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Two out, nobody on. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Line toward the gap in left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Boy, we always talk about pitch speeds from pitchers. How hard are they throwing the ball? How hard was that ball hit back up the middle? Way harder than it was thrown, I can guarantee you that.
So here's Joe Mauer. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. Revere going back. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. So it's 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Twins 1 and the Nationals nothing. Leading off the inning, Ben Revere, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Pulls the string on that one, 1 strike. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. To short. Nunez is right there, and a good throw gets him, 1 gone.
You know, there's no such thing as a routine grounder with this guy. If you take your time, he's going to be safe. He'll beat it out. So that's a nice job of getting rid of it quickly and getting him at first base.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. As he'll take a look at ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. The pitch. And a half swing here, but he pretty clearly went around, and it's 1-2 now. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Sano giving chase, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
Well, this ball seemed like it stayed in the air a long time, but he had a long way to go to get to it. And look at this catch he makes when he finally gets there. A one-handed grab with his back to the infield. That was really well done.
Here's Bryce Harper now. I tried to hold back on that pitch outside, but went around for strike 1. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
I think he was trying to get that slider in on his hands, but I don't think he meant for it to get in that far. I think he just released it a little too late.
A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So very nice work there by Santana. Still working on a 1-0 lead. Trevor Plouffe is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Third baseman number 24, Trevor Plouffe.
Gonzalez steps into his windup. First pitch on its way. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Not able to hold on there as he swings through a pitch in the dirt, and it doesn't look good for him now. Down 0-2.
Oh, just a little over anxious right there. I guess he figured he had a pretty good gauge on that fastball, and he hoped he'd see it again, but he got the curveball instead.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
And he's having a rough go of it so far. His second strikeout of the ball game. You can see him gesturing that he thinks that pitch was outside, but I think once he gets a look at it in the clubhouse, he'll probably change his tune.
At the plate, Brian Dozier. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Hit in the air out to center field. After it is Revere. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out.
The left fielder, number 20.
This play right here is all about getting a great read and a good angle on the ball when it's hit. Great jump, runs it down, and that saves extra bases.
Into the box, Eddie Rosario. Shot towards second, but right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. Down go the Twins in order. They lead it 1-0. Leading off the inning, Ryan Zimmerman, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side, and taken in out there for the first out.
Now batting.
Third and final game of this three-game set comes your way Sunday afternoon. That's tomorrow as you see the pitchers scheduled to take the mound in the series finale. So the bases are empty with one man gone. And here's the left fielder, Jason Worth. Good movement there on the fastball as Santana gets ahead 0-1.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, he's had a lot of guys swinging at pitches out of the strike zone early on, so it's a great idea to go ahead and bounce one there on 0-2.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Well, very quickly, 5 pitches and 2 outs here in the fourth. So those are the kind of innings you love to have if you plan on working deep into a ball game.
Anthony Rendon will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Swing and a liner, but foul. The windup and the 0-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Rosario moves over. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They trail this one 1-0. Eduardo Nunez heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Shortstop, Eduardo Nunez.
Gonzalez looks in. First pitch on the way. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Oh, boy, he is attacking hitters in this one. Another first pitch strike right there, and he's up right around 90% in that category so far.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Hit pretty well out to deep left field. Worth going back, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall.
Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
Miguel Sano strides in here. He scored a run after doubling to get on base in his first at-bat.
And with a man on first, it'll take at least another double to bring him in.
First pitch on its way. Grounder down the line at third. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Oh, and you can tell by these first couple swings, he's not just looking to poke one through the right side of the infield. He's looking to put something into orbit.
And he'll snap one over to first. Don't want to forget about him.
Just keeping an eye on him.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Hit down the third base line, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. The 0-2 delivery. And he got him.
And the way this guy's pitching, you can bet these guys are thinking, thank goodness he's over in the other league. I'd hate to face him 3 or 4 times a year. Once is way too much.
Into the box now, Kurt Suzuki. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. One run, 4 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up.
Wow, just a jam sandwich right there, and all he's holding is about half of his bat. Those look like the kind of bats I used to swing with.
Now a snap move over to first. Runner's back. Fastball not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
2-2. Set to deal on 2-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with 1 out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
And there's ball 4 as this one gets away a bit.
That's an easy take right there on the 3-2 pitch. Not all that inviting at all. You want to at least make the guy think about hacking up there. Instead, now he's on with 1 away.
The pitcher, Irvin Santana, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1.
Well, be careful not to airmail that thing over your catcher's head. You got to make sure you don't overthrow it.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Looking to keep this a 1-run game to 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, I don't know if that was just discipline or whether he just wasn't going to swing the bat at all. At least he's making him throw a few pitches.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Skied into very shallow right. Harper shading to his right, and he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting, the center fielder,
Danny Santana digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
Line to the right side, and he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. One more look at the full extension catch that strands 2 men on the base paths. More of the show, Saturday Baseball, after this. Danny Espinoza will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Here's Santana right back at it now as he jumps ahead of the leadoff man. It's 0-1.
Boy, we're more than halfway through this game, and he's thrown a first pitch strike to 70% of the batters he's faced, so he's pitching very, very well right now.
The 0-1. Oh, and that is right there for strike 2.
Hard to believe he let that one go. That was right on a platter for him.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
And boy, you talk about a guy getting himself in a groove. How about 10 in a row he's retired now? He's just making it look easy.
At the plate, Wilson Ramos. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Boy, and it was a good changeup that got him last time, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to work that off-speed stuff right back into their game plan here.
Ball 1, no strike.
And that misses for ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
And at least he's taken a few pitches here. That's more than the rest of these guys can say.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit the other way out toward right field. Sano is there, 2 down.
The pitcher, number 47, Gio Gonzalez.
Gio Gonzalez stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. First delivery to him on the way. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. Nationals gone in order. It remains 1-0. Back with Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as Joe Mauer settles in to start things out for Minnesota.
Joe Mauer.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Well, for that man right there, only the one run allowed. How discouraging is that when you're pitching your heart out and you're just not getting the support?
Well, the good pitchers really don't let it get to them. They know that it cuts both ways. Sometimes you give up 5 runs and your guys score you 8. You just have to focus on holding up your end of the bargain.
Gonzalez is ready. Here's the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
He tried to get him to bite on that pitch, but it was way out of the zone there. It didn't even tempt him. Now he'll need to make a much better pitch here on a 3-2 count.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Well, right now, that fastball has been so good, he really hasn't needed any of his secondary pitches. Another good heater there.
Here's Trevor Plouffe standing in. As he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Yeah, he got a little revenge there. He struck out twice before that, and now he gets him back with a solid base hit.
Brian Dozier will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
Just overmatched him there.
Here it comes on 0-2. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Sharply hit ball back up the middle, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Now batting.
And on 0-2, I think they want this thing down, and it's just a complete miss. So not really any reason to challenge up there when you're in the driver's seat on the mound.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Revere calls off the left fielder as he takes charge for the 2nd out.
I think at first he probably had thoughts about tagging up here, but there's that old baseball adage, don't make the last out of the inning at third base. So Staying at second, probably the right call.
Eduardo Nunez strides in now, and we'll see if he can come through with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th. And some action out in that Washington bullpen now as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. In there, no balls and a strike.
0-1.
Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. High and deep to straightaway right. Back goes Harper, still going back. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Twins strand a pair, but they're up 1-0. Leading off the inning, Ben Revere, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Here comes the first pitch. In there at the knees, strike 1.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
On the ground up the middle, there is Dozier.
Boy, we were starting to wonder if anybody was going to reach base on him again. That breaks a string of 12 in a row that he'd retired, and that's a pretty healthy portion of the game to go without having a base runner.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Sano will settle under it to make the play for the first out as the runner will have to head back to first.
Right fielder number 34, Bryce Harper.
So a runner at first now with 1 away, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
The 1-0 pitch. Revere rides off for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
And let's train our eyes on this stolen base from our high first base camera. You'll see him get a pretty good jump, and he wasn't looking back at all right there, so he gets into scoring position now with 1 out.
Hit to short. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
Fortunately here, no advance from that runner at second base, so he stays still. But the problems are going to deepen here as he puts runners on first and second now on what will be scored an infield single.
Ryan Zimmerman will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Here's a good fastball that time as Santana jumps ahead, 0-1.
And this is a spot where the Nats have had their share of trouble. They have to have someone come through here.
couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
Trying to hold the lead. Squared that one up just a little late. Both teams with 6 hits so far. Hard hit ball to second. Throw on to first takes care of Zimmerman for the second out of the inning.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Maybe even a half heartbeat considering how fast his heart is beating right now. But he's on it all the way, and he winds up making the play.
Jason Worth is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Good changeup there as he takes command. 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Second and third, 2 away. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Played on the backhand. Throw on to first is going to get him, and the Nationals blow an opportunity here, and that ends the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Back here at Nationals Park. Twins on top in this one as we take a look now at our game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Miguel Sano will stand in here to start the 7th. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. Neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Got a lot of it out to deep left. Worth ranging back. He tracks it down. A nice running play, and there's one away.
Yeah, jumping on the first pitch of the inning there. Gave it a pretty good ride, but in the end, winds up being a pretty routine first out.
In now, Kurt Suzuki. He drew a walk his first time up. Into the windup and the pitch. Looped out towards short. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
A couple of hard-hit balls here to start the inning. Well, the first one found a glove, but not this one, though. He's on with a 1-out single.
Irvin Santana comes to the plate, possibly receiving a bunt sign in order to stay out of the double play.
Yeah, and everybody's got a different opinion on this situation. But in reality, it really comes down to how the pitcher is with the bat in his hands and what he can do.
Into the seats, 0-1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Hit hard on the ground to the right. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, he's doing it all out there so far. Not only is he pitching a great game, but he gets in on the act offensively as well.
Now the National skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is coming up, as that's going to be all for Gio Gonzalez. So he'll wind up going 6 1/3, and he's kept his club in it to this point, though he cannot win the ball game. Felipe Rivero will come on and pitch here with 1 gone in the top of the 7th.
Number 73, Felipe Rivero.
Danny Santana will be his first assignment here, as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 1 gone. Grounded to third. To second for 1. Back to first, and a great stretch there may be the difference. It's a double play, and the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More of the show, Saturday Baseball, after this. Leading off the inning, Anthony Rendon. And they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
Santana gets the sign. Here it comes. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. I'll tell you, he's been living on that corner all afternoon.
And you can tell guys at the plate, they're starting to get frustrated. He just hasn't made many mistakes at all. And when he has, they've been out of the zone.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt, as you take a look there what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Digging in the switch hitter, Danny Espinoza, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
This is where he's so comfortable, hitting righties so far this year really well, hitting over 300 on the year.
Good movement there on the fastball as Santana gets ahead 0-1.
He's done a really good job of kind of getting ahead of hitters here by throwing first pitch strikes to 70% of the batters he's faced, and that's why he's doing so well.
A 1 pitch on its way. And it's quickly 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game.
Well, this is one of those situations where his guys got him the lead early on, and he's been in complete control ever since. I mean, he's barely been threatened out there.
Wilson Ramos will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him.
Nope,
down and away, 1 ball and no strikes.
Counts 1-0.
And here's a fastball in for strike 1. 91 miles an hour that time. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1-2. You started in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Leading off the inning, Joe Mauer, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this will land foul. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Well, and he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Maybe a good opportunity here to show him a changeup, give him a different look.
Weak chopper to the left side. Rendon bare hands it. Safe.
Oh, man, that would have been awesome.
Remarkable play just to stop that ball, but it's going to go into the books as a hit, and the leadoff man is aboard. Stepping in, Trevor Plouffe. He singled his last time up. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike one. Oh, this is hit to third. Will it be two? To second for one. On to first, and they get them both.
I think a little unlucky there, maybe even more than a little unlucky. This ball's just absolutely stalled it, but right at the third baseman on one hop, so he can autograph the ball before getting that double play started, and he'll roll it up easy. 5-4-3.
Brian Dozier will stand in now with 2 away, and it's back to the drawing board here following the double play.
Yeah, and that was the third of the game so far, and it's going to be really hard to win when you're just giving away outs like that.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that's in there for strike one. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Revere going back, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall.
It's kind of a surprise to me that he wouldn't try to go for 2 on this play. I don't know if he got caught up in his home run trot a little bit too early or what. He's going to wind up on first base here with a single off the wall.
Eddie Rosario will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
2 out with the man at first. Hit hard on the ground to second. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
The batter, number 9, shortstop.
Eduardo Nunez steps in for a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th.
Yeah, this is a huge moment in this ball game, Matt. I mean, you might be looking at this at-bat when it's all over as one of the turning points in this game.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike one. Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike two. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. 2 down, runners at first and second. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And a relay home. And he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game.
And that could turn out to be a very big insurance run right there. That makes this a 2-run game now. And the way their starter's pitching, he may not wind up even needing it. But at least it gives him a little bit of a cushion out there.
And here comes Dusty out toward home plate as it looks like we're going to see a double switch here. Trevor Gott will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Stephen Drew will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch.
Number 10, Stephen Drew.
Miguel Sano will stand in. He flew out his last time up. And he'll start in with a fastball that misses down and away for a ball. 1-0. On the ground to third. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And a good effort as he's able to stick with it and get the third out of the inning. Twins forced to settle for 1. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Twins lead it 2-0. Stephen Drew will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
Your attention, please.
New pitcher coming on now as they'll hand it off to Casey Fiend here.
Casey Fiend.
Stephen Drew will stand in now as he'll be getting his first plate appearance in this one here in the 8th.
Stephen Drew.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And they start him out away with a called strike. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And a curveball's in there, so he's quickly behind 0-2.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Swung on and missed as Drew is set down for the first out. Very brisk pace to the ball game thus far. 2-0 our score as you get a look there at the line score to this point in the contest. Ben Revere ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
First offering on its way. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. Bases are empty, one man out. That evens it up, 1-1. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first two men he faces out of the bullpen.
I'd say he's made a pretty good impression since coming on. With 2 batters, 2 strikeouts to start the inning.
Daniel Murphy will stand in as they're quickly down to their final 4 outs tonight.
And Matt, they'd like nothing more than to ignite a 2-out rally right here. Maybe scratch at least 1 across before the 9th.
First pitch coming. Here it is. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1.
Well, he's done a great job of getting 2 quick outs here, but the key now is to finish off this inning. Don't let these middle-of-the-order guys get a rally going.
Now the 0-1. Drilled to the right side. And that is through into right field for a single.
He's gotten off to a really slow start here in April. Maybe this can help him snap out of it. That's a sharp single there.
Bryce Harper will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
He's set. Here it comes. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes, he did. It's ruled a strike. A runner on first with 2 away. And a front foot curveball here that misses down and in for ball 2. And a strike. Threw him a breaking ball that time, 2-2.
And even though that pitch did fool him, it was a hanging breaking ball. And so if he's looking for an off-speed pitch, that could have been big trouble.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Still 2-2. Chopped weakly to the left. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. Nationals leave 1. They trail things here 2-0. Jonathan Papelbon will come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th. Striding in to start the 9th, Kurt Suzuki, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
And he's already been on base 3 times in this ballgame, so let's see if he can do it one more time.
Slapped hard the opposite way. Oh, and he botches it.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
Byron Buxton will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
Byron Buxton.
This is line to left. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
And these guys would like nothing more than to add on to their 2-run lead. Back-to-back hits have them in business to do just that.
Digging in to try it again, Danny Santana. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0.
He's going to have to punch his way off the ropes now.
First and second here with nobody out. But this is pulled in by the shortstop. Throw back to second, and that's a double play.
That could very easily turn out to be the play that decides this game right here. It's hit hard, but it's right at him. And that runner, he can't get back in time, so with nobody out, this is really going to change the complexion of the inning.
So here's Joe Mauer. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Papelbon's ready. Here's the 1-0. Hit in the air out toward left. Worth coasts under it, and that's the third out. One left for Minnesota, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Glenn Perkins is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 15, Glenn Perkins.
Ryan Zimmerman will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth, as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
Yeah, and whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
That hits the outside corner. It's strike 1.
And here's where you don't need to be an RBI guy, and you don't need to be a home run guy. You have to be a leadoff guy. Just get on base somehow to give that tying run on deck a shot.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Boy, no messing around here in this ninth inning.
And that's a closer's mentality. They're not usually the best at setting guys up. They're going to come right at you with their best pitch, and that's usually a fastball.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Protecting with 2 strikes. Went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Here it comes, 0-2. And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle.
Well, nothing wrong with that. As much as it pains me to say, pitchers have the right to work inside.
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
Well, this is what you want out of your closer. Comes in firing darts, and it's a very quick out number 1.
Jason Worth will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it 1 pitch at a time, 1 runner at a time.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Tap foul at home plate. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that's through for his first base hit in this one.
When you're down by 2 in the ninth, there's that old expression about needing a bloop and a blast. Well, that was hardly a bloop. That ball was stung pretty good. But it is going to get the tying run to the plate. There's new life in that dugout.
Anthony Rendon will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. The win would go to Irvin Santana if the lead holds. Runners on first with one down. And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him, trying to get a punch out.
Now the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
Boy, this has been a real nice series for him so far. That's 6 strikeouts right now in this series alone. Man, that's a rough weekend at the ballpark.
Clint Robinson will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Robinson.
Low for ball one. Nervous time now in that third base dugout.
Heck, nervous time up here. My heart's racing, and I'm just watching this game.
2 out with the man at first. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Here's the 1-1. And he lays off the pitch down and away. Ball 2. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Full count now. 3-2.
And obviously a walk here would be a big no-no with 2 outs in the ninth. You cannot put that tying run on base.
One strike from the shutout. Here it comes. Hit hard towards center. In there, a base hit. And he is in there.
And you just had the feeling that even though they were down to their final strike, they were not going to go down easily. And now they're going to keep this game alive for at least one more batter.
Now time is called, and a bit of a curious decision here to say the least, as we'll get a pinch runner at third here. Don't know if something's wrong or what. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Wilson Ramos. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball, and he gets ahead.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
They're definitely making him work out there. He came in trying to shut the door, and he has not had an easy time of it.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And that's waved at and missed. So now the Nationals are down to their final strike here.
Yeah, he just really pulled off of that pitch. This is a 2-seamer working its way down and away, and he wasn't even close.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Boy, that's a perfect start to this series so far. They take the first 2 games here on the road, so now they'll look to finish off the sweep tomorrow.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. And guys, we were treated to an excellent pitching performance in this one by the gentleman you see right here, Irvin Santana. He's our tops player of the game.
And this is what you want out of your starter. Gives him 7 strong innings, sets things up perfectly for his bullpen to get the final 6 outs. He's going to walk away with a victory. Good job.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Twins are victorious in this one, 2-0. So long from Washington.